Today on Rappler. President Marcos summons the Chinese ambassador over the West Philippine Sea laser incident. Senators grill the backers of the proposed Maharlika fund. A USBacked report says Russia held thousands of Ukrainian children for, quote, political re-education. Vlogger Alodia Gosiengfiao marries her fiancé, Christopher Quimbo. South Korean boy group NCT Dream is coming to the Philippines. South Korean girl group Momoland disbands. And BTS member Suga announces his first solo tour. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. summons Chinese Ambassador Huang Xilian on Tuesday, February 14. This comes after the China Coast Guard aimed a military-grade laser at the Philippine Coast Guard in the West Philippine Sea on February 6. In diplomacy, a head of state summoning an ambassador is considered one of the highest levels of protest against a foreign government. This is the first time a Philippine president summoned a Chinese ambassador in recent years. Former President Rodrigo Duterte did not summon Chinese ambassadors in his years in office, despite calls for him to do so after a Chinese vessel rammed a Filipino fishing boat in 2019. But China downplays Marcos Jr.'s decision to summon Huang, saying it is a mere meeting.
We see what you're doing. You're conducting a very expensive public brainstorming.
This is what Senate Minority Leader Coco Pimentel says as proponents of the Maharlika Investment Fund face the Senate. At the Senate hearing, proponents of the government-backed investment fund struggled to present a clear business plan and justify the source of capital. Economic freedom advocate Calixto Chiquillamco says in its current form, the MIF's funding source is problematic because the government guarantees what he calls a, quote, moral hazard, where parties are protected from the consequences of their decisions. Senators Nancy Binay and Sherwin Gatchalian asked Land Bank CEO Cecilia Borromeo why the government-owned bank will invest in the MIF, an entity with no historical track record. Pimentel concludes the Senate should not allow the bill to pass in its current form, given the, quote, disappointing proposal. A USBacked report says Russia held at least 6,000 Ukrainian children for what seems to be, quote, political re-education. The report says Yale University researchers identified at least 43 camps and other facilities, part of a, quote, large-scale systematic network operated by Moscow since its invasion of Ukraine. The report says some of the children were adopted by Russian families or moved into foster care. Russia's embassy in Washington says Moscow accepts children forced to flee Ukraine. Ukrainian prosecutors say they are examining allegations of forced deportation of children as part of efforts to build a genocide indictment against Russia. Vlogger and cosplayer Alodia Gosiengfiao marries her fiancé Christopher Quimbo. The couple ties the knot on Valentine's Day, February 14, at the Manila Marriott Hotel. Alodia wears an embellished gown by Mac Tumang with knee-high embellished mesh boots by Doreen Odvina. Alodia and Christopher got engaged in July 2022, months after they went public with their relationship in April. Alodia currently runs esports agency Tier 1 Entertainment. Christopher, meanwhile, runs the company which makes Novelino wines. This is it, Filipino and citizens. South Korean boy group NCT Dream is bringing their The Dream Show 2 in a Dream concert tour to the Philippines. The group is set to hold a two-night show in Manila on April 29 and 30. Additional details such as concert venue, ticket prices, and selling dates have yet to be announced. The Dream Show 2 in a Dream will serve as the group's first solo show in the Philippines since February 2020. In 2022, the group visited the Philippines for two K-pop music festivals, Begin Again in May and iPop U in October. NCT Dream is known for the songs Chewing Gum, Life is Still Going On, Hot Sauce, and Hello Future. South Korean girl group Momoland disbands. This comes after the expiration of the group's contract with MLD Entertainment. Members Hyebin, Nancy, Jane, Jui, Nayeon, and Ahin take to Instagram to share the news of their disbandment through a handwritten letter. It reads, "After a long, deep discussion, the six of us members have decided to support each other to have a great new beginning going forward, even though we have decided to take our own paths towards our dreams. Us Momoland will always be a team." The group also thanks their fan base Merries for, quote, providing them with precious memories. Momoland initially made their debut as a 7-member group in November 2016 through the reality talent search Finding Momoland. The group is known for their songs Boom Boom, Bam, and Pinky Love. BTS member Suga announces he'll be embarking on his first solo concert tour. The concert tour is billed under his stage moniker as a solo artist, Agust D. As Agust D, Suga has released 2 mixtapes, Agust D in 2016 and D2 in 2020. Some of his hit solo songs include People, So Far Away, and De Chuita. Suga's concert tour will kick off in the United States in April. He will then return to Asia to perform in Jakarta, Bangkok, Singapore, Seoul, and Japan. Suga will be the first BTS member to go on a solo concert tour after the group announced they'll be taking a break to focus on solo activities. In October 2022, Big Hit Music confirmed the group will fulfill their mandatory military service with eldest Jin enlisting in December. And that's today's wrap. I'm Ninol Yu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.